What's going on, everybody? Gary B. Jr. here, your media consultant, and today we got to talk about metronomes. And for metronomes, this has all to do with music. So you know that I didn't come up with this idea myself, but it is a feature in FreeShow. And so I have gotten some feedback from you all in the community specifically. I'm calling him my music man, Claude from Canada. He sent me some feedback in an email of an idea of a way that he currently uses metronomes, and even an idea that he actually suggested in the GitHub account on FreeShow. He suggested or put in a ticket for an enhancement, and it got implemented just a short time later. So let's look into metronomes from a very basic level, and then we'll dive into getting even more complex with it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my screen. And if you go to the audio tab, right, we're jumping right into it. You get to the audio tab, you're going to see an option in the audio tab. You got your all, this shows all your files, you got your microphones, audio streams, and then right below that, you're going to have an option called metronome. All right, now the metronome is just this. You can change the tempo, you can change the beats. These are there by default. If I change this to be 2, you'll see that there are 3, I should say. Change it to 3, change it to 2, it'll do that. So you really have a lot of options here. Now, as I said, I'm not a music man, so you all will be able to pick the beat and the tempo that works best for you. For the sake of this particular discussion, this is a very basic level of understanding the metronome. The next part of that, to take it to the next level, is you can actually route this to a separate output, right? So you can actually go into your computer on the settings under metronome, and you can pick an option for a different output. And so for me, I can pick VB cable A, which is a virtual cable. All right. And I can go back by hitting this little circle again. It's my option circle. And I can hit play, and you can hear the metronome. I can stop it, and the metronome stops. All right. Now, let's talk about another area of metronomes. And this has to do with understanding something related to each song. So some of you all are getting multi-tracks or praise charts or some type of chords or something along those lines that gives you the beats per minute for your songs. Now, there's a way in FreeShow to add that metadata into your song. And so I'm going to go to another song. Let's go to Jesus Loves Me. And I'm going to go over here and let's go to, I'm going to go back out. Let's see what it looks like if we go to another page, another stage, and come back. All right. So this is what you typically would see. All right. I just need to kind of reset things. All right. So I'm in my test. I'm going to go into Jesus Loves Me. And I want to add in some metadata to show the beats per minute for this particular song. I can hit this little arrow to the right. And when I select that, you can scroll down. This is your metadata, is what I'm selected. And there should be a space in here for you to put it, but there isn't one currently by default. So I'm going to set this and make it go down so I can see a little bit better. So you can see the key if you wanted to. You can select and type some info there, the year and all that good stuff. But if you right click in this section, you can select the option that says Manage Metadata. And now you can add in your custom metadata, and we're going to put in BPM. It stands for beats per minute, and lock that in by hitting enter. And now I can close this out, and you'll see now that the BPM is there in my metadata section. Now, if I go to another song, I go to Oceans and I scroll down, BPM is there. So it's adjusted for every song in your library where you can now add this particular content or this particular information on individual tracks across the board. All right. So let's go back to Jesus Loves Me. I'm going there just because I was there earlier, but the next thing you can do is you can put in a BPM. So I'm going to put in 128. All right. We're going to do BPM of 128. That may or may not be right. So please don't judge me, but I'm putting it in there because this is the example Claude gave me, not necessarily for this song, but just in general. He gave me the 128. So I know if 128 is an official number. The next thing you want to do is you can go up to your song and you can right click on the first track. All right. I'm going to select it. Actually, we can get to it. You can see it there. And when I right click on it, you can go to this option that says slide actions. Now the beats per minute is something that usually the musicians have in their ear monitors, or that's typically the only place you'll see it. Maybe in practice, you might have it playing through some other monitor. It doesn't have to be the in-ears. It could be the musicians have it in a regular monitor in front of them as well. So you can go to your slide actions and select this option that says start action. And this start action is something that we want to have when we start this show. On this particular first slide, we want to start our metronome. Since we set the beats per minute, so now I'm going to go down to the start metronome in the audio section. When I select that, it has an option to start the metronome, but it says use the beats per minute from metadata. That's what we want. We want the BPM from there. You could also just manually set it here if you wanted to, but we're going to select this because we added it to this particular song, and then you can adjust the beats if you need to. All right. Now I can close this out, and now I have 128 BPM metronome on this particular track. Now I'm going to turn this down just a bit. Let's see here. I don't even have that metronome on here. Let me turn that on my audio just so you all can hear it as we test this out. All right. And I'm just going to turn it down so it's not too loud. So it'll be fairly faint. All right. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to just kind of reset. So I'm going to click that. And now if I select this, you'll hear that BPM happening right now. Right. I'm going to go ahead and stop it by hitting this here. And so now it stops. All right. I just cleared it out and it's just the audio and it just shows the little icon of a metronome. But the cool thing about it is let's look at what the metronome looks like. So if we go back to our audio tab and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to select this again, you'll see now you have a visual moniker here of the metronome, which is really cool. So I'm going to pull this down on the top screen as well, so it's not too loud. We'll pull that one down. All right, so you can adjust the volume of it and things like that from the settings again. So I can go here and I can pull this down if I wanted to make it even lower. And for the sake of this, you guys can notice, what's going on. So I'm gonna pull it down a little bit so it's not too distracting. And I'll pull it down to there, maybe there. I'm looking at the volume levels on my in OBS. All right, so we'll have that there. Now, the thing about it is you can see that here. So I'm going to close that out. You can see it here. You can see the visual of the metronome. But what about your artists or your talent, your musicians, your singers and things like that on the stage? Let's make it to where they can see it as well. And so to do that, we want to go to the stage, and I'll stop it for now just so it doesn't become distracting. I'll hit stage here. And right now, let's go to, this is a stage that I had set up. This is called the speaker stage, but the one I'm showing here is the general stage. So I'm going to put it into my general stage. So I'm going to edit my stage and select speaker stage. All right, where I have some room for it. I'm going to go back to my stage editor. And all you do is go to items and select the option for metronome. And you drag it where you want. I'm going to drag it across the whole show. We'll put it down here, give it some room. And actually, let me pull it up just a bit so I can see the bottom of it. All right. And I want that to be really wide and something like that. And we'll pull it down into that space. All right. So now I've got my metronome for my on stage individuals. I've got a metronome for my folks that are in the booth, in the media booth as well, because they can always see it in FreeShow. So now we can go here. I'm gonna click on this slide and I'm gonna come back to this one so that we can actually see it show up. And so now when I select that, the metronome starts, and this is what the folks on stage are gonna see. They're gonna see it actually navigating back and forth across the screen. And when it gets to the last beat, on beat number 4, it actually changes to a different color to show that it's starting over. All right. And this color theme or scheme is coming from your theme that you set up for FreeShow. And my theme is that teal and yellow. And so that's where the color of my text comes from and the color of that dot for the metronome. Now, my question to you is, have you used the metronomes in FreeShow, that feature? If so, tell me how. And let me know if this is helpful for you. I want to make sure we give a shout out to my friend Claude in Canada to let him know if this was a really helpful tutorial. He sent me details of how to do this in an email with some screenshots. And if you have an idea of a tutorial that you think is going to be helpful, that I have not made a video about, or that you can find a way to improve on a video that I've made, please let me know. We want to make sure we contribute to the community as best we can. And this is one of the best ways we can do it. You all are using it in unique ways. I want to know those ways because I want to make sure we can share it with others, because they might want to use the way that you are using FreeShow right now. They want to use it the same way because it'll be a blessing to their ministry or their organization as well. And so today, we literally started at a beginner level. We found where metronomes are, right? You can automatically play them from here if you wanted to. Just click the play button and it'll play. I can stop it from here as well. We also saw that you can route the audio to wherever you want. I've got mine going to a virtual audio, but whatever audio is connected to your computer, you'll have a list, and you can pick from that list and select that audio to route out that way. The next thing we did is we talked about how to add metadata or BPMs. I'm sorry, not metadata, but add BPM to the metadata by going down, and that's in all of my my library now for all of my songs. I just have to put in what that number would be, but I simply right-clicked in the metadata, and you got the option to select manage metadata, and we typed it, added it in. The next step we took to make it even more automatic is we just right-clicked on the slide, the very first slide of our song. We went to slide actions and we did a start action that said start metronome. All right. Now that was a really excellent step to take, because now it'll automatically start when the song starts. You don't have to worry about it. So it's a set it and forget it situation. The next thing though is so your audience, or not your audience, but so your people on stage can see it. We literally went into our stage setup and made a layout that included a metronome and dragged it across the whole bottom. And it'll have a marker that'll show you the beat, the 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, and it's got the 128 BPM. All right. So that's something that I think is really cool. Hope this blesses you. Thank you to Claude. Let me know if this is going to be something that you're going to try out or that you've already been using. I'm really curious. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope it helped you in a major way. Now, at this point, most people would ask you to like and subscribe, and I think that's great, but my goal is a little bit different. My goal is to empower as many people as possible all over the globe. And there's one way that you can really help me do that, and that is to leave a comment below with a question, a thought, how this video may have helped you, or things that were left out that you still have questions about, and to share this video with someone just like you, someone who is looking for answers, someone who's curious and wants to grow. With your help, I believe we can build a community of people that want to grow together. So until next time, God bless.